A TV movie from Nickelodeon that's not based on a pre-existing show. Interesting. Instead, we get the fairy tale of the Pied Piper, but set in the 1960s. Yeah, you can tell this came out around the same time as Shrek, when everyone wanted their hand at making their own weird version of a well-known story, and honestly, I think the idea kind of works. The animation is certainly very different than anything Nick had done at this point in time. I love the retro 1960s looking animation style. It's crisp, aesthetically pleasing, and harkens back to a simpler time. I also really love the new take on the Pied Piper story, this time making him essentially an homage to Jimi Hendrix. There was also a lot of really clever visual gags in this movie, and a lot of fun visuals overall. The music is catchy, and there are some snappy references to 1960s and 70s songs, though I don't think there was enough material here to make an hour-long TV movie. It would have worked better at half that length, because after the first half, it does kind of start to drag. I do think the main character's name is clever, though. I couldn't hear if it was Mick or Nick, and there weren't subtitles on this movie, so either way it works, because it's either referring to Mick Jagger, who's another rock star, or Nick, as in the network the movie was on. Either way, the joke kind of works. My one other issue is that some of the dialogue is told in rhyme, even if it's not a segue into a song, but then most of the dialogue isn't in rhyme, so the rhyming dialogue just kind of comes out of nowhere, and I think it would have been more fun to have the whole movie be in rhyme. I do also like that they changed the ending to the original story, because of course they did, it's Nick. They're not going to keep the original dark ending to the story. And I had never heard of this movie before doing research for this, and I knew nothing about it, and I'm very glad I watched it. I think it's snappy, clever, has great animation, catchy music, and I found it quite charming. For me, The Electric Piper gets A-, 9 out of 10, and 4 out of 5 stars.